Howdy, cowboys and cowgirls. I'm Cowboy Jack, and today I'm so excited. We're gonna have lots of fun. Do you see where we are? This place is called Little Beakers. We're here in the Woodlands, Texas, and it's actually a science lab for kids, so we're gonna get to see all kinds of fun stuff today. Come on, let's go check it out. Wow, look at all this great stuff in here. Come on. This place is incredible. Do you see all the fun activities and stations that are around here? What these are, each and every one of these is a different station to do a different science experiment. And like I said, today we're gonna be doing lots of fun science experiments. It's gonna be great. I hope you're really excited. Okay, well, what's the first thing you gotta do when you come into a science lab? You gotta be safe, so we gotta put on our safety equipment. All right, well, what I've got here is a white lab coat. I'm gonna pretend like I'm a really important scientist today. I'm not, I'm just a cowboy, but I'm gonna pretend anyways. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Let me see. Put my other arm through here. Make sure I got my cowboy shirt sticking out. Fix my collar up. How do I look? Do I look like a scientist? Not yet, because you need another really important tool, and that's to keep your eyes safe. These are safety glasses, so I'm gonna put these on, and now I'm all protected. See, my shirt's not gonna get dirty from any spills that we might have, because we're gonna have some pretty explosive, exciting experiments, and my eyes will be protected from any splashes too. All right, well, look, right here, we're at this station, and we're gonna do our first experiment. It's called the Coke Explosion Experiment. What it is we're gonna do an experiment with a Diet Coke, a piece of Mentos candy, and we're gonna drop it in, and it's gonna release all this carbon dioxide in the form of an explosion. All right, well, let's look at the book and see what all we need. It looks like we're gonna need a small bottle of Diet Coke. I got that. Look, a small bottle, one piece of Mentos candy. Here we go, there's one piece of Mentos candy. Do you see that? They're like a really small little bitty mint. I like to eat them usually, but today we're using them for this experiment. And then we're gonna need a plastic pan. Ooh, I bet that's to contain where all the splash goes. So here's our plastic pan right here. And a Coke explosion tube. What's a Coke explosion tube? I bet this is a Coke explosion tube right here. Yeah. All right, well, let's go through the experiment. The first thing we gotta do is open up the Coke bottle. I'm gonna open it really slowly. Did you hear how it fizzes? When you hear that fizz noise, that's carbon dioxide releasing from when they actually made this drink, so that when we open it, it tastes real fizzy and fun. But today this experiment's gonna release all of that at one time. It's gonna be really exciting. So I'm gonna set that there. All right, I'm gonna take the Coke explosion tube and screw it onto this little Diet Coke bottle like that. Wow, that's really fun. Okay, now see, if you zoom in, you can see there's these little red pins in there. We're gonna have them sticking in like this, and then we're gonna drop the candy in, and when we pull it out like this, it's gonna drop into the Coke bottle, and all that carbon dioxide is gonna release at one time. It's gonna be really exciting. So let's make sure we're following the steps. Okay, the pins are pushed in. Remove the cap. Okay. Now let's go to step 5. We're gonna put the candy in there. All right. All there is left to do is to drop the candy in and watch the explosion. Are you guys ready? I'm gonna pull it, and then I'm gonna step back because I'm a little bit nervous. This might be really big. All right, you ready? Here we go. Wow! Look at all that fizz. Now that's actually the carbon dioxide just rushing out of there. That was really exciting. See, now if you drank this Coke, it would taste really flat, like there's no bubbles left in it, because we just released all those bubbles at one time. It's still going. Wow. That was really cool. I didn't know how big it would be, but that was big. That was really neat. It kind of went out like a volcano. Wow, get up close and take a look at that bubbling out. Did you guys like the Coke explosion experiment? That was so much fun. But that's just the first of our experiments for the day. Let's go see what else there is to do. All right, let's go check out another really fun, exciting experiment. You guys ready? Here we are at the next station. Wow. So this experiment is called Houston, we have liftoff. Do you know why we're calling it that? Because we're gonna make an actual rocket and we're gonna watch it launch. It's gonna be so much fun. So let me look at what all we need. We need a rocket canister with cap. Here we go. This is a rocket canister and the cap. Fizzing tablets. Here's the fizzing tablets. I'm gonna go ahead and open them up. There should be 2 of them. All right, we've got that. Now, we need warm water. Okay, I've got a cup here and I'm gonna go to the sink and get a little bit of water. Okay, I've got my water. And now we're just gonna go ahead and do the experiment. So you guys ready to make a rocket? So what we're doing here, this is actually my rocket right here. I'm gonna fill this up. Let me read the instructions. It says fill this up a little bit less than halfway with water. Okay, does that look about good? Maybe I'll put a little bit back. A little bit more. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these fizzing tablets, drop them in, and then I'm gonna snap this cap on real fast, and then we're gonna back up and we're gonna watch and see. This is our rocket. We're gonna watch it take off. You guys ready? All right, get ready. You might wanna step back a little bit. I'm gonna put them in there. All right. It could happen at any minute. Oh, it's moving. It's getting ready for liftoff. Whoa! Look where our rocket ended up. That was so cool. Did you see our rocket? Let's see if we can make it shoot off again. I don't know, it might not have as much energy this time. There it goes a second time. Wow, that was really cool. We got 2 launches out of the fizzy tablets. That was so fun. It was loud too, did you hear that? Whoa. Man, I don't think it has enough to do it again. But if you look real close, you can see the bubbles that are happening down in there. So when we dropped those tablets into the water, what happened is those tablets release all this air. And by putting our rocket cap on this bottle, we trapped all that air inside. And so once it built up enough pressure, it just poof! And that cap went flying. Our rocket went flying. That was a whole lot of fun. Oh, whew. I gotta shake that one off. That was really cool. Are you guys ready for more fun? I might need to take a deep breath. You wanna take a deep breath with me real quick? All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I feel better. Let's go do another experiment. I'm gonna bring our book. All right, guys. Hey, do you like snow? I like snow. It snowed a lot here in Texas this last year. It was really fun. Today we're here in the lab, so we're not gonna be outside with snow, but we can make some fake snow in here. That's our next experiment. It's called fake snow. So what we're gonna need is some polyacrylate. Let me grab it. Whoa, do you see this? That says sodium polyacrylate. That's what we need. This is real important for our fake snow. A 1 ounce measuring cup. Here we go, it's this little guy. And now a measuring teaspoon. Hey, all right. Look, these are our measuring spoons. A plastic bowl. Okay, here we go, plastic bowl. And some food coloring. All right, here's some food coloring right here. Okay, let me grab a seat. This is gonna be a fun experiment. Okay, let's see. Now let's go by the steps. We're gonna measure out 1/4 teaspoon of fake snow making powder, which is also known as the sodium polyacrylate. Let me see here. 1/4 teaspoon. I think that's this little guy right here. All right, I guess I'm gonna put that in our bowl. Now, let me put the lid back on so we don't spill. Whoop, I need some water. I'm gonna go get 1 ounce of water. Ooh. Gotta be careful not to spill. Okay, it says if you want to see colored snow, you should add some food coloring. Well, I'd rather see colored snow, wouldn't you guys? What color do you want to do? We have 4 colors here with us. We have red, and then we have yellow, then we have, you guys know what color this is? Come on, you know. Yeah, it's green. And then the last color we have is blue. I gotta pick what color we want our snow to be. I don't think yellow snow would show up very good. Red snow might be really fun, but I really like blue. Blue's one of my favorite colors. Let's go with red. It's gonna be fun. All right, I'm gonna drop the red food coloring into the 1 ounce measuring cup full of water. Wow, that turned the water red really fast. That was neat. That was really exciting. I'm gonna put these food colorings back in their container. And let's see. I am going to pour this into our plastic bowl. So get ready. Whoa! Do you see it growing? It looks like it's freezing and turning into snow. That is so neat. It's like the water is reacting with the sodium polyacrylate to make us some fake snow. That was really neat. I think we can just play with it now. Do you guys want to see what it's like? Look at that. It's not really cold. It just looks like snow. This stuff is really fun. Wow, and to see that chemical reaction that made this was really just super exciting. I really like it. That was a ton of fun. Let's see what it looks like. And you can, look, get up close and you can see it. It's really light and fluffy like real snow. But it's kind of red. That red kind of turned into more of a different color. What color does that look like, guys? Yeah, it looks more like orange. That was so fun. Boy, and that chemical reaction happened really fast. As soon as we poured that water in there, this just started growing and growing like I've never seen before. It was really neat. All right, well, let's go look around. Let's take a look and see some of the other fun stuff they have here at Little Beakers. So when I walked in, I noticed this big thing here. I didn't know what it was. It looks like some kind of chemical thing or something. So I asked and I found out it's actually a model for DNA. Do you guys know what DNA is? It's real important. It's in all of our bodies. We're made up of different strands of DNA, and this is kind of a model of one right here. And then if you look around on the wall, they have these molecular models, what a molecule is made up of. So if you look at this, that's the molecular makeup of peppermint. Like peppermints like we eat. This one right here is sugar. It looks really complex. So there's a whole lot of different chemical bonds and things to make up sugar. I had no idea. I just like sugar, so I'm sure you guys like sugar too. But you have to remember to eat it in moderation. You don't want to eat a whole bunch of sugar. That would give you a tummy ache. All right. Well, hey, let's go do another experiment. Let me grab our book. Hey guys, I found something really cool that I want to show you. Here at Little Beakers, they have a big wall completely covered with a map of all of the elements. Come on, look at this. So do you see all these letters and numbers on them? What this is what they call the periodic table of elements. Did you know that everything in life is made up of different elements, including you and me? We have carbon in us, oxygen, all kinds of different elements. So this table shows you all of the elements that science has defined for us. It's really neat. Like up here, this number 1 is hydrogen. Hydrogen is real important. It's a part of the air we breathe. We live off of breathing oxygen, but what you actually breathe in through your mouth is a mixture of all kinds of different airs. And hydrogen's a big part of that. Wow, here, this is potassium. The periodic table can get a little bit confusing because you look at the letters, it doesn't necessarily account for how the actual element is spelled. Like here we have potassium. Potassium starts with a P, but its symbol, its periodic symbol is a K. Wow. And if we keep looking around here, you can see all these big names like titanium, vanadium, chromium. Whoops, I moved it. Manganese. But if you come all the way over here, you're looking at all these different elements. They're so neat. Like I said, we're made up of carbon, and here's oxygen. Oxygen is real important because that's the air that we need to breathe in and make us feel good and keep us living. So, but look at this element right here. What does that say? Krypton. Do we know somebody who's afraid of something called kryptonite? Do you guys know who's afraid of kryptonite? Yeah, Superman. That's really cool. It's right here on the periodic table. All right, well, let's go do another experiment. Come on, let's go. I'm so excited to be here today because, I'm just a cowboy. I'm not a scientist, but in here I get to pretend like I'm a scientist. You could come here and pretend like you're a scientist too. Come on. So our next experiment is called the foam fight. There's gonna be a lot of ingredients, so we need to look at the directions really carefully. We're gonna need some water, and let's just go over the ingredients first. We're gonna need warm water, dishwashing detergent, vinegar, baking soda, food coloring, a Erlenmeyer flask, a funnel, a measuring tablespoon, measuring teaspoon, and a plastic pan. I'm gonna go get all those ingredients together for you. You stay right there. All right, guys, well, now that I've got all my ingredients together, let's go ahead and let's do the experiment. So step 1, I'm gonna grab the Erlenmeyer flask. That's what this is. Can you say that with me? It's kind of a lot. Erlenmeyer, one word, I know it's funny. Flask, okay? I've got that. I'm gonna fill it to the 250 mark with water. So that's this mark right here. If you look, it goes 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, all the way up to 500 milliliters. So, like we said, I'm gonna fill it to the, I wanna make sure I'm doing it right, to the 250 mark. Whoop, not quite there yet. Okay, there we are. You can see we filled it all the way up to the 250 mark. Okay, now using the funnel, I guess this is the funnel here. See how it's bigger at the top and smaller at the bottom? That's so we can put it in here, and when we put the next ingredient in, it'll fall down into the flask. Okay, add 2 heaping tablespoons of baking soda into the flask. 2 heaping tablespoons. So this is our baking soda here. Let me get, this is a tablespoon. It's the big one. See how big it is? I'm gonna add 2 of these in there. 1. And it said heaping, so I'm making them big. Just kind of help it along. Okay, now that that's in there, let's see what we do next. Remove the funnel. I can do that. Add 1 teaspoon of dishwashing detergent. Which one is the dishwashing detergent? Oh, it's the blue one. 1 teaspoon. Let's see here. This is the teaspoon. It's a little bit smaller than the bigger tablespoon. I'm gonna try to do this without making a mess. There we go. Okay. All right, I think we're good there. I'm gonna put the lid back on. Now it says to put the lid on and swirl it around a little bit to mix it up. So I'm gonna mix it up like this. All right, it's all nice and mixed up. So now it says I can take this off and add some food coloring. You guys remember our food coloring from earlier? We still have the same colors here, but this time I'm gonna pick a different color. Last time we went with red. Let's do blue. I think blue would be really fun. And it's blue like my shirt. That's cool. All right, now watch, I'm gonna drop it in there. Hopefully you can see it change colors. It says to do 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now we're just gonna leave that alone. It says not to swirl it. So, but you can kind of see it is changing the color. It's making it more blue. That's incredible. You see how it's changing the color? Wow. Okay. Now, we are going to measure out 2.5 ounces of vinegar and pour it in there all at once. Let me see. Here's the vinegar. Here's my measuring cup, but it already has some water in it, so I'm gonna go dump this out real quick. Now, we need 2.5 ounces. That's this mark right here. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and take the lid off of the vinegar. You'll know when you're working with vinegar because it has a really strong smell. It smells kind of icky, but it can make some really fun experiments like we're about to do. 2.5. All right, if you zoom in, you can get a good look. We put it right to the 2.5 mark. All right, now it says to pour it into the flask all at once. Don't use a funnel. So I'm gonna put it in and see what happens. Maybe I ought to put the lid on this first. I don't want it in case it splashes. That wouldn't be good. You guys ready? Here we go. Whoa! Whoa! That was amazing! Look how it's flowing over like that. It was like a volcano. Whoa! That was so neat. That was a big chemical reaction. That was amazing. That was so fun to watch. I didn't expect it to happen that fast. Did you guys? It scared me. Oh, wow. That was a really neat experiment. Wow. Did you guys like it? I did. And look, the liquid on the bottom is all blue, like because we put that blue food coloring in there. That's really cool. I'm so excited that we did this experiment. That was fun. So when you leave the science lab, you have to put up all of your used items. So I used the safety glasses to keep my eyes safe, remember? And this says dirty glasses here. So I'm gonna put those in the bin, and then I'm gonna take off my lab coat, because feels good to be a cowboy again. But this lab coat is dirty because we used it for all of our experiments. So I'm gonna put it in the dirty lab coat hamper right there. And that's about everything we did today. So we did a lot of fun experiments. We did a rocket ship, and we watched the cap blow off into space. It was really cool. We made fake snow. We did the foam fight where we looked at all the different foam coming out. And we even did a couple of other things. I've had such a great time, and I hope you did too. So if you liked it, go ahead and subscribe to Cowboy Jack on YouTube. And I hope to see you again real soon. Yeah! Bye.